explain them in one word. One word is control. I'll show you what I mean. Your turn. A card sandwich is any card that's face down between the face-up cards. In this case, the one-eyed jacks, the jack of spades, and the jack of hearts. Would you do me a small favor? Pick any card from the pack. That will act as the inside stuffing to the sandwich. Remember the card. Hold it up high. Let everybody see it. That's good. That's good. And if you will please place it back into the deck. That's a great spot. Now, I'll shuffle the card so that even I don't know where it is. Yeah, no, that's it. That's good. That's good. The two one-eyed jacks, the jack of hearts, the jack of spades, they will find your card. And the way I'm going to do this is use them as the sandwich cards. I will fan them out in my hand. I will dribble the cards onto the table and, in theory, stab the pack and catch your card between them. Are you ready? Watch. Jack of hearts, jack of spades. Ooh, got it. Got it. Got it. One card. What was your card?
3 of clubs.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 of clubs. That's it. Thank you. Sandwich number 3, the loading technique, is by Larry Jennings. You have the 2 sandwich cards, and the selected card is controlled to the top of the deck. I think this is a very lovely way to load a card secretly between the jacks. That's all you do. You display them. You get a 1-card break, so that's the break from the front. And because the jacks are held this way so that the bottom jack is jogged forward, underneath what happens is this. You go like that until you feel a slight click, and then you pull back a little bit. What that does is that's just taking this bottom card, clicking it, and going into the deck. The audience doesn't see that, of course, because the top card hides it. So look at how fast this is. You have a 1-card break, show the 2 jacks, nothing's between them, you go like that, it's loaded in. Now from this point, what you could do is several things, actually. You can square the 2 jacks. What I like to do is to square them onto the deck and lift up all 3 cards. So the audience doesn't realize it, but the card is already sandwiched in between. You can hold them by the inner ends and do a D'Amico spread, which is pushing the top 2 cards over like this, and just sort of wave them and stick them into the deck, and apparently catch the selected card in between them. The spectator makes a sandwich. First, I need a spectator. Would you mind helping me out?
Sure.
Well, first I need the 2 sandwich cards. We'll use the one-eyed jacks, the jack of hearts, the jack of spades. And if you'll take any card from the deck, that will act as the inside of the sandwich. Remember your card, please. Let everyone see what it is. I won't look. And if you'll place it back into the deck, say about there, that would be a good spot. Lost in the pack. In fact, I'll shuffle them up some more. There we go. If it were any more fair, you'd be cheating me. That's good. You're watching. That's great. I'm going to let you make the sandwich all by yourself. Take any one of the 2 jacks and hold it face up in your hand. That's good. As I go through the cards, anytime you'd like, just call out the word stop.
Stop.
That's where the first one goes. Face up where you said stop. Take the next jack, face up. Same thing. I'll just shuffle through this time. Anytime you'd like, say stop.
Stop.
That's where the second one goes. So you determined where both jacks were placed face up into the deck. All we have to do is wait a few moments. What happens is they search high and low through the deck until they trap 1 card between them. 1 card and 1 card only. The card sandwich, and what was the name of the card you selected?
4 of spades.
4 of spades. Ladies and gentlemen, the spectator makes a sandwich. Good. That works. Thanks. Here's a nice trick where the spectator from the audience actually makes the sandwich all by themselves, and they have no idea how it's done. You have the cards selected and controlled to the top position. Then you just casually spread the cards between your hands and say, call out stop anytime you'd like. That's where the first jack will be placed. So the selected card is on the top. You take it into your right hand and then spread all the rest of the cards above it, secretly writing the selected card below the spread. Try to get the spectator to say stop someplace in the lower half. Then you put in the first jack like this. As you close the spread, secretly the selected card goes underneath that face-up jack, and as you close, you obtain a little finger break. So now you have a little finger break below the selected card, which is now secretly below the jack. Then you take the second face-up sandwich card, give it to the spectator. You cut at your break with the right hand, You start an overhand shuffle. The spectator can say stop at any point. Doesn't make any difference. You stop. That's where the second jack goes face up. When you throw the rest of the cards on top, of course, what that does is it secretly traps the selected card between the jacks. So now you pause for a few moments and you explain, well, the first jack was placed any place in the deck. The second jack was placed any place into the deck, both by the spectators. You do the magic. You spread through the pack. You find one card trapped face down between the face-up sandwich cards, and that is the spectator makes a sandwich. Whoa. Wow. Okay. It was just for effect. Terrific. I'm going to go one step further. 2 cards. Yeah. 2 cards selected from the pack. Would you do that for me? Take any one, and then if you'll take one as well. So when you finish taking one card from the deck, hand the rest of the pack. And if you'll take one of the cards from those that remain, we'll have 2 cards. Remember your cards, of course, and then show them to everyone. That's important. All right. You got it? Oh, did you see it? Okay, no. We're all in this thing together. Let me have your card. That's good. And let me have your card as well, please. All right. I'll even shuffle them up, as usual. That's right. Yeah, oh, sure, now it's fair. All right. That looks pretty good. I'll make sure. That's the Russian shuffle. One card Russian after the other. Man, you're really watching, too. Watch, the deck goes into the napkin. All wrapped up nice and tight. That's good. We'll take this. Ha! That was the dramatic moments. Well, that was it. What I did was I stabbed it into the pack, right here at this position. Between, uh-oh, don't come out. No, stay in there. There we go. Right there, between these 2 cards. What was your card?
6 of diamonds.
And what was your card? 6 of diamonds, 4 of hearts. Look, 6 of diamonds, 4 of hearts. For the 2-card stab, 1 card is controlled to the top, 1 card to the bottom. Easy way is to put the first card in, hold the little finger break above it, then have the second card replaced on top of the first card, and now hold a break between the 2 selected cards. So now you can cut to the break, do a standard riffle shuffle, starting with the second card first, complete the shuffle, ending with the first card on top. So it's a very quick way to get 1 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Now you can give a pressure fan or a spring, any kind of downward bridge, then casually cut the top half to the bottom, bending the cards in the opposite direction. So now you have this. When you wrap the deck with the napkin, all you do is hold the pack like this, you stab into the deck, and you squeeze. Even though there's a napkin around the deck, it'll still open up, the knife blade goes in, then very cleanly you can show that the knife blade was placed between the 2 selected cards. I'll give you one more chance. Would you please pick a card, any card. Look at it, remember what it is, and show it to everyone. Ah. And then place it back. Oh, yes, it's all coming back to me. Lost in the deck. I'll even shuffle them up a little bit like this. Yeah, that's good, that's good. I don't want to take any chances. Okay. I'm going to try to find your card within, say, 4 or 5 attempts. Okay? Attempt number 1 will be that one. Attempt number 2, this one here. Number 3, we'll try this one. I'll go within 4 cards. No, I think it could be this one. Let's try 5. One of these 5, I believe, is the card you selected. Let's see how well I did. There's a 3 of spades. There's a 9 of clubs. There's an 8 of diamonds. There's a 2 of hearts and a 5 of diamonds. Is your card one of these 5?
Yes, it is.
Oh, good. One of these 5. Now, I don't know which one. It could be the first or the second. It could be the third or the fourth. It might even be the last. What I'm going to attempt to do is this. I'd like you to hold all 5 cards. Concentrate on your selection. I will make it invisible. I will remove it invisibly from the packet. I'll turn it face up. Use your imagination. Is this your card?
Sure.
All right.
Whatever you say.
Excellent. Excellent imagination. Have another glass of wine. I'll take the face-up card. I'll throw it into the deck. It's easy to identify because it was face up. Now, if that really happened, that means you should only have 4 cards remaining. Count them one at a time, face down onto the table.
4.
Hark. 1 card is missing. Now, I don't believe you selected this one. You did well. Good, vivid imagination. Only 4 cards remain. Has your card vanished? Well, actually, it didn't vanish totally. I made it invisible. I removed it. I placed it face up in the deck, so there should be 1 face-up card in the pack. Now, for the first time, what was the name of your card?
9 of clubs.
9 of clubs. Ladies and gentlemen, the 9 of clubs. This one is Biddled Across, using the Biddle move by Elmer Biddle. You have a card selected, and you don't actually have to control it. Just have it go back into the deck, and you hold a little finger break, either above it or below it. Doesn't matter which. I'll hold a finger break below it, like that. Now you say you're going to find 5 cards, one of which you hope is the selection. You up jog 1, 2, 3 indifferent cards. The 4th card you up jog will be the selected card. That's the card above the break. And then 1 more indifferent card. So out of these 5 cards, this card should be the selection, the one that is 4th. The rest of the deck below goes onto the table, square up the pack into the left hand, strip out the out-jogged cards and turn them face upwards. What that does is it puts the selected card second from the face of the packet. Now you're going to do the Biddle move. You hold the cards like this. You say, I believe your card was one of these 5. It might be the 4 of spades. It might be the 2 of diamonds. On 2 of diamonds, you hold a little finger break. Then as you take the king of hearts, the 2 of diamonds, the actual selected card goes underneath the packet. You steal it back with your right thumb. So now it's underneath on the bottom here. At the same time, you peel off the king of hearts. Then the 10 and the 4. So the audience believes that all you do is you count the cards one at a time. Here's at regular speed. 4 of diamonds, 2 of diamonds, 10 of hearts, king of hearts, 4 of spades. The rest of the pack now, with the selected card face up on the bottom, goes onto the deck, and you can actually hand the deck to a spectator. If you'd like, you can false count these 4 cards as 5. Simple false count. 1, on the count of 2, you steal back the first card underneath the packet, and then you take a second card, and you count that as 2. 3, 4, 5. At regular speed, it looks like this. Your card could be the first card, the second card, the third card, the 4th, or the 5th card. I don't know which one. Hold all 5 cards. Snap your fingers. You say that makes the card invisible. I'll remove the card invisibly, turn it face up, toss it into the pack. You should now have 4 cards remaining. The spectator counts the cards. There's only 4 cards. That's a good surprise. Then you turn them face up one at a time to show that the selected card has vanished. Then for the big finish, the spectator can spread through the deck and find 1 card, the selected card, face up in the middle. That's Biddled Across. Ooh. Yep. Would you please pick a card, any card. Well done. Remember what it is. Show it to everyone. Just in case the pressure gets to you and your mind draws a blank. This way a helpful neighbor can remind you. And if you would please put it back in the deck. That's a good spot. Look at that. Oh man, that's convincing, isn't it? I do that for myself at home in front of the mirror. I go, wow, that looks fair. I'm going to try to find your card, and I need your help. I need you to concentrate on the card for just a moment. I'm going to make what we call in the magic business the jumbo double fan. That means I weave the cards together. This, by the way, is called the weave shuffle. Now I can make what we call, like I said, the jumbo double fan. Now your card is somewhere in the pack, somewhere in the deck. In fact, I know where it is. It's in the upper half. That would be in this upper group here. Can you see your card? I'll tell you what, I'll make it just a little bit easier. Watch. There we go. Lucked out. This is Mary Kinson's Fan-to-See, the fantasy card. What you do is you control the card to the top of the deck, and you do a faro, which means you cut off less than half of the pack, and you faro those into the lower half like this. You just sort of weave, shuffle them together. Now here's a little tip on this. Once you do the faro shuffle, you could take the chosen card, which is the top card of this packet, pull it out, and weave it in so that there's a little block between the selected card and the rest of the farrowed cards. The reason for this is now you can make the double fan, and now there's a bit of a separation between the chosen card and the rest of the fan. Here's what you do. As you bring your hand up, your right thumb just takes this and moves it back under cover of the fan. So the audience doesn't realize this, but now the chosen card is here. The rest of the cards are fanned in front of it, like that. So now you can hold up the double fan and say, do you see your card in the pack? They'll say no. You say, well, it should be easy to spot. It's in the upper half. I'll tell you what, let me make it easy for you. Just grab, here's what you do. You grab all of these cards, pull them out, leaving this card outjogged. All right, are you ready?
Absolutely.
I'm going to try what is known in the magic business with you, what is known as a stab. A stab. That means you're going to stab a card into the deck. And hopefully you will stab it above or below the card you selected. So first you need to select a card. First things first. Any card you'd like, please. Look at it, remember what it is, let everyone see it. And then, if you will, place it back into the pack. All right. Now you know what your card is. You don't know exactly where it is. You just know it's somewhere in the middle. Okay. And so that you won't even know that, I'll shuffle them up a little bit. So now it could be anywhere in the deck. Near the top, near the bottom, maybe in the middle. What I'm going to do is hand you a card. Now I hope that I did not get lucky and this is not the card you selected, is it?
No.
Okay, good. I'll give you the 5 of hearts. I'd like you to hold it face down and stab it into the deck anywhere you'd like. And hopefully it will be right next to the card you selected. You ready? Any place you'd like, face down into the deck. Hang on to the 5. Don't let go. Let's see, is the card that you selected above the 5, the ace of clubs? Was that yours? No. How about below it? 10 of diamonds. No? Ooh. Needs work. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out. What card did you select?
6 of diamonds.
Watch. Turn it over. Wow, good job. For the Rossini surprise stab, it's a very strong effect with a surprise finish. The interesting thing is there's nothing more to it than a double lift. Very, very powerful move. The selected card is controlled to the top position. All you have to do is a double lift, as you explained that you'd like the spectator to find their own selection. We'll take this card, we'll use it as a stabbing implement. You hand it to the spectator face down, and you say, hold on to that card and stab it into the pack anywhere you'd like. Hopefully, you'll stab it right next to the card you selected. So you milk this a little bit, and you say, let's see if you have it. Did you stab it right next to the 5 of hearts? Is that your card? They'll say no. You say, well, maybe you stabbed it above your card. Is this your card, the 10 of spades? Of course, they'll say no. Then you say, well, what card did you select when they tell you it was the 2 of diamonds? You say, that's easy. Snap your fingers. They turn over the card in their hand, and it changed into the selected card. Wow. It must be a full moon. So I didn't know. I need to have somebody select a card. I know. That's weird, isn't it? How about you? Would you do that for me?
Okay.
Take anyone you'd like, please. All right. And please remember what it is. Let everyone see it and show it to our friends at home. And then if you will, place it back into the deck. Now, my job, of course, is to find your card. Of course. Of course. Now, you've heard of the story of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves?
Oh, yes.
Well, this is Darrow and the 52 playing cards. Watch closely. Perhaps this will sound familiar. Open sesame. Open sesame. For open sesame, you have the card on the top of the deck, and you give the cards a quick little spring. So now they're bent this way. Then you casually cut the deck in about the middle, bending the top half in the opposite direction as you do so. That will give you this. Very, very difficult to miss with a crimp that big. You can squeeze the 2 packets together, show everything very cleanly, dribble the cards, fan them out on the table, dribble them some more. It looks like there's no control at all. When you're ready to control the card or locate the card, the index finger is pushing upwards on the bottom. That keeps them squared up. You just release that pressure, squeeze. It'll open at the break. The index finger goes in, pulls that card out, then clips it like that. So at regular speed, it should look like this. It's in the middle. The cards are crimped, remember. You say, watch closely. All I have to do is say, open sesame. You clip it, turn it over, and there it is. Ooh. Yes. Uh-oh, the cards are getting agitated. They need action. That's where you come in. Would you mind? Take any card you'd like, please.
Okay.
Ah, excellent. Remember what it is, of course, and show it to everyone. Mm-hmm. Then if you will, please place it back into the pack anywhere you'd like. That's good. You push it in all the way. That makes it even more difficult. All right, now shuffle them up, and I'm going to cover the deck. I'm going to try to create some static electricity. Now, maybe I got lucky, maybe I didn't. Your card might be on the top, it might be on the bottom. If not, it's somewhere else. This might take some time. No, I'll hold the deck in my hand like this, cover the pack with a handkerchief. And with just a little bit of static electricity, I'm going to attempt to make your card rise from the pack. I think it's these new fabrics. No, works great with wool. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. One card. What was your card?
4 diamonds.
Ladies and gentlemen. 4 diamonds. This is Eddie Ward's Zombie Card Rise. You control the card to the top of the deck. The audience, of course, doesn't realize that. All you have to do is cover the deck with a handkerchief. It could even be a borrowed handkerchief. Under cover of covering the pack, the thumb pulls the selected card back about this far. So the audience doesn't realize that, of course. Then you do the old static electricity thing, apparently trying to cause the card to rise. On the 3rd time or so, it's the little finger of the right hand that hooks underneath. It actually hooks underneath the jogged card. And this is what it looks like without the handkerchief. You just pull it up, up, up. You pause a little bit, and then you can go further, 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 and then just clip it, turn it around. Let me do it with the handkerchief now. There's the chosen card. Remember, you pull it back, cover it with the handkerchief. You say, watch a little static electricity. I can get that card to rise. Do this 2 or 3 times, maybe 2 times. On the 3rd attempt, it actually starts to rise. Yes, there it goes. I could feel it. Yes, yes. Ooh. Grab it, turn the whole handkerchief over, and there it is. Every card in the deck has a nickname. This is true. If you play a lot of cards, you get to know them on a relatively intimate basis. Gamblers call, for example, the kings the cowboys, the deuces or the twos, the jacks, sometimes the fish hooks. The aces, they have a very special name, the 4 aces. They're known as the bullets. You've probably heard of that, the bullets. But the biggest bullet of all is, of course, the ace of spades. That would be this one. Now, let me explain why the ace of spades is known as the big bullet. Now, before I can show you why that's a bullet, I need to make a gun. That stands to reason. So this will be the gun. All right, it works. This is the gun. That's the bullet. We need to have a card selected from the barrel of the gun. Would you do that for me? I'll just riffle through. Anytime you'd like, say the word stop. I'll stop. Whatever card you happen to say stop upon, we'll use that as the selection. And I won't even look. I won't let the ace of spades see it either.
Stop.
That one right there?
Yeah.
I'll let everyone see. Okay? Now don't forget, that's your card. Now all I have to do to find your card is make the gun, take the bullet, the big bullet, place it into the handle. See, it's a German Luger. Yeah. Are you ready? Watch. All right. Absolutely. This is the bullet trick by Ken Krenzel and Peter Kane. You take out the ace of spades, that will act as the bullet. The rest of the deck, you sort of faro them together. This is an incomplete faro, which means you just take 1/2, less than half the deck, and faro it into the lower half, so that the lower half has a card on the bottom and a card on the top. Now, with the cards telescoped like this, you riffle the upper packet. The spectator says stop any place at all. They look at the card, in this case, the 10 of spades. Now, with a little bit of practice, you can open up that break. It goes all the way down to the very bottom. So the little finger now holds a break way down here. And now you have a little finger break here. So all you have to do now is make the shape of the gun, maintaining this little finger break all the time. If you put the bullet inside of that break, just push until you feel it hit the card here. That will be the chosen card. Just a little snap. That card will shoot out, and it will be the peaked card. That's the bullet trick by Peter Kane and Ken Krenzel. Here's an interesting thing most people don't know about playing cards. Besides being a deck of cards, this can also be used as a computer. Okay.
How so?
Allow me to demonstrate how so. I'm glad you asked. Perfect. I think we found ourselves a guinea pig. And I mean that in, of course, a very good way. Would you please pick any card at all? Look at the card, remember what it is, and it is important that you let everybody see it. That's good. Including our friends at home and the fine folks over here. Did you get to see it? All right. But don't let the deck see it, because what I'm going to do is use the deck as a computer. I will program the pack to find your card. Well, at least I'll try. Let me have it back. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Program the deck to find your card. I'm going to cut the deck 3 times. Or actually, I'll cut it once and I will find 3 cards. And each card will tell me something about your selection. The first card should tell me the color, whether your card is red or black. That's a black card. Now, because that's a black card, that tells me your card is a black card. Is that true?
Sure.
All right. The next card should tell me the actual suit. It's clubs. So because this is a club, that means your card is a club. So it's a black card, it's a club. Now the next card tells me the value. Not the value, but how far down to count in the pack in order to find your selection. That's a 6. Now because that's a 6, that tells me all I have to do is count down 6 cards and I will find your selection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be your card. What was your card, please?
Ace of clubs.
No, really, what was it? Was it the Ace of Clubs? The deck of cards as a computer. La 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 la. For the Dunbury delusion, what you need to do is get the selected card controlled to the top position, and then you need a 3-card break from the bottom. So you fan them out, just sort of say your card could be any place, but I'm going to turn the deck into a computer. So now you have a little finger break above the bottom 3 cards. Now you swivel cut the top half or so to the left hand. You do the tip over change. You show the first card. You say, this card tells me your card was a red card. Now when you turn this card face down, that's the tip over change. You secretly add the 3 cards from below the break. Then you thumb this off. Now, of course, the audience assumes that that is the selected card. Actually, the selected card is now 3 cards down in the left-hand packet. So you say, that card tells me the color. The next card tells me either the suit or the value. It doesn't really matter what you say. Just pick one. Say, okay, that tells me the value. It's a red card, and it's a 4. That means it's a red 4. The third card always indicates the position in the deck, how many cards to count down. Turn that over. It's a 9. Flip the 9 face down. Thumb it off. That tells me your card's 9 cards down. Actually, the chosen card is on the top. Of course, the audience doesn't know this. Here, you have to deal seconds. So what it is you deal off the top card, you really deal the second card. That's seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You turn it over, and sure enough, it is the selected card. Of course, most people will grab for this one, and that brings this trick to its dramatic conclusion. Oh. I don't know. I hope I'm not getting overconfident, but I'd like to try something a little bit different. I'm going to try something blindfolded. Yes? Yes, I will. I'd like to have 2 cards selected, and I'd like to try to find them both while blindfolded. Would you mind? Please take out any card, and would you take one out as well? Any one at all. So 2 cards, that makes it twice as hard. Of course, doing this blindfolded makes it virtually impossible. All right, got the cards, and let me have it back. Oh, you're comparing notes. That's good. Great. Let me have yours. Terrific. 2 cards lost in the pack. My job is to find them both. But like I said, I will do this without the aid of sight. Right. Take off my glasses. No, even better. I'll use these 2 jokers to blindfold myself. That conjures up an interesting image. No, I'm not going to do it that way. The joker, the little joker, the big joker. These cards I will use to blindfold myself. Watch closely. No moves, not yet. It's coming up. They go here and here. Okay. Now I'm going to find the 2 selected cards. And I believe the first one is 27 from the top. So if I cut 26, that should be the 27th card there. The next card, card number 2, it should be... Nope. Ah! Right here. Yeah, that's it. 2 cards. And what were the 2 cards, please?
2 of hearts.
Yes?
8 of spades.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 of hearts, 8 of spades. No? No? Wow. 2 cards in the eyeglasses. This is kind of fun. You have 2 cards selected. Put the jokers off to the side from the very beginning and control the 2 selected cards to the top. So the first card goes in. You hold your standard break above it. You have the second card replaced on top of the first card. Then you hold a break above that. Then you shuffle or cut to the break. And that brings the 2 cards to the top of the pack. Now what you need next is a break underneath the top 2 cards. You could just fan them out and close up the deck like this, or you can thumb count 2, transfer that break to the thumb and then a little finger. Doesn't matter how you do it. You could just push it off like this and pull back. But definitely get a break below the 2 selected cards. Now what you're going to use is a Brother John Hammond switch, 2 jokers for the 2 selected cards. And this is how that's done. 1 joker goes onto the pack, so now you have a break under 3 cards. The second joker you display very cleanly. You say, watch the joker, solid card, no holes, because you're going to use these cards to blindfold yourself. You hold the joker face down, stick it into the break, lift up all 4 cards now. They're very well squared. And with the fingers of the right hand, you push the bottom 3 cards over and flip the bottom 3 cards face up. So it's the joker and the 2 selected cards underneath it, and square it onto the deck, getting a little finger break like that. That's the whole action. Now the single joker here goes on top. You push over the 3 cards here, turn everything face down, and now the top 2 cards, apparently the jokers you just displayed, are the 2 selected cards. I realize that's a lot to follow. Let me do that again at regular speed. You have a break underneath the 2 selected cards. The 2 jokers you display like this. Like this, you say, watch the joker, no holes, no trap doors, that goes here. The second joker is displayed as well. You turn them face down. These are now the selected cards. So you take the 2 jokers, apparently, and place them in the eyeglasses like this. Now, even though you're completely blindfolded, you can't see anything, all you have to do is cut to the break, hold a little finger break, do whatever you want to produce 1 card, keeping it face down. That will be one of the jokers. Then you can do the same thing again, cut the deck, hold a little finger break, double cut or triple cut till you get to the break and say, I believe this is the second selection. Turn these 2 cards over. They will be the jokers for the Super Sacco surprise finish. Turn these 2 cards over, and they are now the selected cards. Wow. Instead of actually having a card physically selected, let's try something a little bit different. Will you help me with this? I'm going to merely riffle the corner of the pack. And as I riffle through, anytime you'd like, say the word stop, just look at the card. That way you can have a mental picture in your mind. I'll turn and face the other direction. But first let me shuffle them up. Are you ready? Okay. Anytime you'd like, just say the word stop.
Stop.
You got it? I'll let everybody see. But I won't look. Please, help me out. Don't forget your card. In fact, to make sure you don't forget your card, just say it over and over in your mind. 9 of spades, 9 of spades, 9 of spades. This was it the 9 of spades? Whoops. Whoops. Say it over and over in your mind. Very, very easy. You just need to know the name of the selected card. That means you can force the card in advance, or you could just have somebody peek at a card, a freely selected card, and then just glimpse at it as you do the shuffle. So in this case, I see now that it's the 10 of diamonds, and I say, I want you to remember your card so that you won't forget it. Just say it over and over in your mind. 10 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds. And they will be shocked, I guarantee. Aha! Please to pick a card.
Okay.
All right. And remember what it is. Show it to everyone. And then, if you will, place it back. I'll tell you what, right there? Oh, good. Sure. Okay. Sure, why not? Doesn't matter. I was going to find it anyway. All right. Lost in the deck. I'll shuffle these puppies up. Actually, I'm going to try to find your card without actually touching the deck. First, let me touch them. No. I will cover them with the handkerchief. No, the handkerchief will find the card for me. Your card is somewhere in the pack. I'll place them right about the middle. That's pretty close. Maybe not exact. But if I do this right and wrap it in a very special way, ooh, like a very valuable parcel, completely wrapped with a handkerchief of mystery, watch closely. 1 card only, should pass right through. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh.
Ooh, look at this. What was your card, please?
Queen of diamonds.
Ladies and gentlemen, Queen of Diamonds. Yep. For the no palm card through handkerchief, all you have to do is control the card to the top or the bottom. It really doesn't matter. The bottom is easier. So the card is on the bottom. You hold the deck like this. You get a little finger break above the bottom card like that. Now you cover it up with the handkerchief. Then sort of as an afterthought, you reach underneath, you grab the deck, you leave the selected card behind, and you put the deck on top. So this is an easy way to do it. You don't have to palm the card, you just leave the card underneath, and you cover it up like this. Now you take the front corner, bring it in towards yourself. Underneath, you secretly push the selected card back a bit, and then you can wrap the deck in the standard method for the card through the handkerchief. When you're ready for the actual penetration, just hold it like this, shake it a few times, and the card will penetrate right through. So that's a very easy way to do it without having to palm a card. Here's a bonus tip. If you would like, you could actually have the card selected, controlled to the top of the deck, then place the entire deck into the card box. Now here's a nice thing. If you put the whole deck into the box, in the act of closing the box, you just buckle. If you look very closely right here, you can see as you squeeze the edges or the sides of the box, the top card will buckle. When you close the flap goes between the selected card and the rest of the deck. Okay? So that's a very clever thing. Now you do this, you close it up, casually put the deck onto the table. Now you bring out the handkerchief, you're ready to do the exact same trick. Hold the deck in your hands like this, your index finger covers, just in case a little bit of that card is showing, your index finger covers that. You do everything else basically the same. You cover it under cover of the handkerchief. Here's what you're doing secretly. Your index finger pulls on that, and if you need to, you can use your middle finger and thumb to pull it out even a little bit more. Not really necessary, but it just helps. So now it's covered up. Very casually you can reach underneath the handkerchief, grab the box, leave the selected card behind. So now you put the box with the deck inside on top. Continue as usual. Bring this back. Push the card secretly back a little bit. Wrap a little bit more, turn everything over, do the penetration. So now the effect is the card penetrates through the box and the handkerchief, and that's an easy no palm version. Relax. Breathe. Breathe in through the nose. Will you help me out?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, we're among friends. Please pick any card from the deck. Any card at all.
That one.
That's good. Remember what it is, and this is important. Show it to everyone, including our friends at home. Perfect. Now, if you will, please place your card back into the deck, anywhere you'd like. Oh, yeah, that's good. No, it's okay. You could push it in all the way.
Oh, okay.
I'm a professional. But I appreciate your help. I'll even shuffle them up now. I have to get into character for this. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Your card. I think I knows your card.
You got it.
Is that it?
You got it.
Another winner. I knows your card. That's what you have to say to perform this trick. You control the selected card to the top position. It's very simple. You just hold the deck like this with the tip of your nose. You just press it against the pack and go like that. As you say those famous words, I knows your card. And that's all there is to it. Oh, the kickback discovery. Oh, very difficult. Yeah, a little more snow in here, we could ski. Oh, very, very difficult. Would you help me with this, please?
Okay.
From your seat, I'll just cascade through the cards. Anytime you'd like, just say the word stop. I'll stop, let you look at whatever card happens to be there. Okay? Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. All squared up. No crimps, no breaks. Whatever those are. Here we go.
Stop.
Please remember the card. I'll let everybody see. That's the card. And it's lost in the deck. I believe your card is 18th from the bottom, so let me make a little quick readjustment here. Yeah, that's where I need it to be. 27 from the bottom. That means if I cut exactly 26 cards, it should be this one. Was that it? The 8 of hearts?
Wow.
The 8 of hearts. Voila. The kickback card discovery. It's very easy to do and quite fancy looking. You get credit for a lot more skill than it actually requires. The chosen card is controlled to the bottom of the deck. All you do is you snap your fingers and you do a kick cut. The index finger of the left hand just pulls down about half the pack. Sorry, can't do this slowly, but what you're going to do is push that bottom half inwards towards the right hand, like that. That's as slow as I could do it. Square them up if you can. Just turn it over and show. There's the card. So it should look like the card is lost in the deck, and you say, I think it's 27 from the top. If I cut 26, there's the 27th card, the 2 of diamonds. And that's the kickback discovery.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for the aces, the best cards in the deck. And actually, you'll actually see it happen. Actually, you will. Let's see, the first ace, I think it's right about here. Watch. Hup, ace of diamonds. Ooh. Next one, ace of clubs. A little higher still should be the ace of hearts. That would be this one. And one more to go, ace of spades. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 aces. For the pop-out move, all you really need to do is get a break above the bottom card. So let's say that's a selected card. You've controlled it to the bottom position. To get a break, an easy way is to hold the deck by the edge or the side like this. Your right thumb pushes down, and you get a break just like that. Now, the secret to this is you sort of flick your wrist, a little flicking action like this. As you flick your wrist, you let go of that card, and with some practice, you can get that card to shoot out just a little bit. Doesn't have to go too far. Now, I'm doing it with the cards facing downwards. As you flick your wrist, the card shoots out. You catch it between the 2 packets. So it should look a little bit like that. I'll try it again, like that. Face down is one way to do it. It's slightly better if the card is face up. So let me turn a few cards face up. Let's say they're the 4 aces or 3 selected cards that are on the bottom but face up. You do the same thing. You get your little thumb break. You make the 2 packets, just move that forward, catch it between the 2 packets. So that's called the pop-out move. Will you do this for me? I'm going to let you try to find the 4 aces. You get a quick glimpse, you got them? Okay. Well, no, subconsciously, it's okay, I'll help you. I'm here to help. I'm going to show you a little procedure, and if you follow this procedure very carefully, you can actually find the 4 aces anytime you'd like. Take the deck in your own hands. Step 1 is to cut the cards into 4 fairly equal portions. So cut off about a quarter of the deck to here, and then another group about the same size to there, and then a 3rd and 4th group here and here. That's step 1. That was pretty easy. The next part is to pick up this packet, take the top 3 cards off the top, put them onto the bottom, and then deal the next 3 cards, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 there. That was pretty easy. The rest of the pack goes back where it came from. Do the same thing with this one. Pick those up, take the top 3 cards, put them onto the bottom, then deal the next 3 cards, 1 here, and 1 there. Pretty simple. Put it back, do the same thing with this one. Top 3 to the bottom, then the next 3 cards on top of each packet. One last time with the last packet. Top 3 cards to the bottom. And then deal the next 3 cards. Now remember, the cards were shuffled and cut. You cut the 4 packets. You did the procedure. Do you know what happens when you follow this procedure to the letter? I'll tell you. You get the best cards in the pack. Turn over the top card of each packet. And if it worked, bow to your thunderous applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Good one. Good one. The spectator finds the aces, or the spectator can find 4 previously selected cards. I will explain it with the 4 aces, but just pretend these are 4 selected cards that you've controlled in order on the top of the deck. Works just the same. The procedure is very simple. Shuffle the cards. Once the cards are controlled to the top, just make sure they stay in the top position. You give the deck to a spectator. Say, cut the cards into 4 fairly equal packets. They cut 1, 2, 3, 4 packets. Now, as long as you remember which packet has the aces or the selected cards, the rest is very, very easy. You start at the opposite end. Just tell them what to do. Take 3 cards, put them onto the bottom, and then deal 1 on top of each other packet. Put that packet down, do the same thing again. 3 cards from the top to the bottom, deal 1 onto each packet like that. Same thing again with packet number 2, second from your left. 1 card on top of each packet. And then finally, the packet that had the aces or the selected cards on top. Because of what you did here, there are now 3 extra cards on top of the aces. The spectator does the same as before, 3 to the bottom. Now the aces and the selected cards are on the top. When they deal 1 onto each, there's now 1 ace or 1 selected card on top of each packet. So it's a very, very easy way to get the spectator to find 4 selected cards or the 4 aces. Okay, all mixed up. Will you help me with this? Oh, terrific. Excellent. What I'd like you to do is to select a card, of course, but by just calling out the word stop as I riffle through the deck.
Stop.
Perfect. I'd like you to take a look at that card, but hold it close to yourself so that you're the only one who can see what it is. Nobody else gets to see. Then put it on the table and cover it with your hands.
I have to remember it.
No, you'll have it on the table. It's okay. I understand. The pressure's on. It's a lot easier to memorize those than trying to memorize the remaining 51s and then using deduction. But it's there, so you don't even have to look. You've got it? This is a wonderful trick that you can do with your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband, any friend at all. In fact, I have a very good friend here. Allison, name a card.
2 of hearts.
Turn it over.
Hey.
Absolutely, positively. 2 of hearts. Wow. For nothing to do, there is absolutely nothing to do. Well, you set it up in advance. You find a particular card that you and your friend agree upon, say, for example, the 2 of diamonds, and you just make an arrangement. Every time you have somebody say, what card did I pick? Your friend will always name the card you set up, the 2 of diamonds. So you have a card selected. It's forced, of course, and you say, I'm not going to find your card. In fact, ask my friend over here. This is a good husband and wife type trick. The wife could be in the kitchen or in another room, and the guy is doing card tricks for his friends, and all of a sudden in the middle of the session he forces the card on his friend, and then he says, oh, I don't know what it is. Why don't you ask my wife? So the guy gets up, goes into the other room, says, what card did I pick? And she says, 2 of diamonds. You have a very simple trick, very easy to do, but very, very effective. Well, here, let me just shuffle them up first. And then I would like you to pick a card from the deck, any one that you like. Now that means you may choose one at random, or you might want to look through and take out a particular favorite. It's your choice. Any one at all. And once you get a card, keep it and hand me back the rest of the deck. Perfect. Ooh, boy, you're very well done. Remember the card, hold it up high, let everyone see what it is. And then if you will, place the card back into the pack. Here, right there? Okay, fine. Hey, I'm working here. La 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 la. That's right. So now I have to find your card. Hey, come on, give me a break. The question is, what card did you select? Tell me. 3 of hearts? Why? Dot's right. Nope. The Question Is by Carol Fox. What you do is you control the selected card to the top position. Then you make a big question mark with the deck. Something like this. Takes a little bit of practice, but it's kind of fun to do. And then you use the last card, the selected card, as the dot. Then you say, the question is, what card did you select? They'll say 2 of diamonds, and your snappy response is, dot's right. I need the help of a very special young lady, someone younger than 15. Is there anyone? Oh, 16? Sorry. How old are you?
10.
Perfect. Will you help Mr. Magic?
Yeah.
All right. What I'm going to do is use my good friend here. This is the fortune-telling fish. Yeah, that's what it says right there. Fortune-telling fish. It's a miracle fish. And there it is, right there. Let me show you what it does. I need to have you pick a card at random, but nobody gets to see what it is, not even you. So I'll let you take the cards. If you will cut the deck, that means lift off a portion and place them over there. Now, where you cut is entirely up to you. Terrific. Now, just to mark the position of where you cut, I'm going to place these cards crosswise. That way they're not all squared up. We know exactly where you cut. Put your hand out. I'm going to put the fortune-telling fish right on top of your palm, and all I have to do is watch the way it curls, and that will tell me exactly where you cut. It took about 3 seconds for the nose and the tail to touch, so that tells me your card is probably a 3. Now, you didn't look at it, did you? So you don't know, but the fortune-telling fish knows all and tells some. Put your hand out again. Now I have to find out the suit. If I lay it across this way, oh, wow, obviously it's a heart. The 3 of hearts. Let's see where you cut. Right here? Wow. Good one. The fortune-telling fish, very, very easy to do. You can have a card peeked at somewhere in the middle of the deck like this. Then you can glimpse at the card in the act of doing the shuffle. So now I know it's the 3 of hearts. Then you just take the fortune-telling fish, you place it onto the spectator's palm, and whatever actions it makes, you say, ah, that indicates your card was a 3. Whatever. Then you lay it across a different way, and you say, the way it curls up like this, that means it must be a red card. And if they actually touch, yes, they have touched, that means it must be a heart. Sure enough, the 3 of hearts. The secret is, of course, you just force the card, you know in advance what card they select, or you glimpse at the chosen card, and you interpret whatever actions the fortune-telling fish makes to indicate the value and the suit of the selected card. So that's it, fortune-telling fish. Wow. My people. That's nice. The Australian sixes. Very strange thing. Australian sixes. Would you help me with this, please? All right. In fact, I'll have 2 people help. After you help, then would you help me as well? Excellent. What I'd like to have you do is to take the deck in your very own hands. Deal them one at a time, face down onto the table in a nice, neat pile. As many as you'd like. It's entirely up to you. Whenever you feel like stopping, just stop. All right. The Australian sixes. Just thought I'd say it again. Is that where you'd like to stop? Take the last card, that would be the card on the table. Look at it, remember what it is. Show it to everyone. Don't forget, that is your selection. Then place it back on the tabled pile there. Then put the rest of the deck, all of the rest of the deck, on top. That way your card's buried. That's pretty fair, isn't it? Would you do the same thing for me? Take the entire deck. Just deal them one at a time, face down onto the table. As many as you wish. It's entirely up to you. And when you stop, look at the last card. Remember what it is, of course. Let everyone see. Place it on top of the tabled pile. Then put the rest of the deck on top. Now, my job, of course, is to find both selections. And I'm going to do this with the help of the Australian sixes. You saw that coming, didn't you? Now, what are the Australian sixes, you might wonder? Well, I'll tell you. They're the red sixes, the 6 of hearts and the 6 of diamonds. Not the black sixes. No, no. Only the red sixes, the 6 of hearts, the 6 of diamonds. When I find one, I will show you what they do. Oh, there's one. Now, because that's a 6, I'm going to play 6 cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The second red 6 would be the 6 of hearts. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, you might wonder why they're called the Australian sixes. Well, have you heard of Australia referred to as the down under country or the country down under? This is why. You take your cards, and I'd like you to deal them in the Australian fashion. Now, what that means is the first card goes down, the next card goes under. That's why they call it the down under country, because that's how they deal cards. Down under, down under. That's the Australian deal. Are you ready? Together in harmony, 1 card down, 1 card under, 1 card down, 1 card under. Perfect. Keep doing this until you end up with 1 card and 1 card only. What was your card?
The 10 of spades.
Take a look. And your card?
10 of diamonds.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Australian sixes. Wow. Yep. The Australian sixes, a wonderful, wonderful trick and virtually self-working. Actually, it is self-working as long as you prepare in advance. The 2 red sixes need to be 2nd and 5th from the top. That's the setup. The second card is a red 6. The 5th card is a red 6. You're all ready to go. Here's what happens. The spectator holds the deck, and you explain how the cards will be selected. You say, just take the deck, deal them one at a time onto the table. As you explain, you just deal 3 cards. Then you say, stop whenever you'd like. Take the rest of the deck, place it onto the 3 cards that you placed on the table. You're ready to start. So right now, before the spectator actually makes the first selection, 1 red 6 is 2nd from the top. The other red 6 is 2nd from the bottom. That's what you need. So now here's what happens. They deal at least 3 cards onto the table, preferably more. It's nice if they get maybe 10 or 15 cards, but it really doesn't matter when they stop. They look at their card, and just to make it easy, I'll leave it face up. When they place the rest of the deck on top, that automatically puts the first red 6, remember, now 2 cards away. They square up the pack, hand the pack to a second spectator. The second person does the same thing. Doesn't make any difference how many cards are dealt. Whenever the second spectator wants to stop, they look at their card, which I'll leave face up, and when they put the rest of the deck on top, that automatically puts their card 2 cards away from the other red 6. So everything is set up for the big finish. Now you take the deck in your own hands. You say, to find the 2 selected cards, I need the help of the Australian 6s. Those are the red 6s, the 6 of hearts and the 6 of diamonds. So you find the first red 6 and you say, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't forget, in actual performance, this card would be face down. I just leave it face up so you can see what's happening. You continue until you get to the next red 6, in this case the 6 of diamonds. And sure enough, when you find that, you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you take the 6 as the first card, you add 5 more cards to it, so there's 6 cards altogether. Now, because of the principle of having this card 2 cards away from the 6, and that card 2 cards away from the 6, it works all by itself. Both spectators together do the down-under deal. First card down, next card under. Down, under, the down-under Australian deal until they have 1 card left, and it works all by itself. It will always be the 2 chosen cards. So that is the secret to the mystery known as the Australian 6s. Would you help me, please?
No.
No? Okay. I don't blame you. Oh, just this once. All right. I'd like you to pick a card, any card, and make it easy for me. All right. Remember what it is. Let everyone see it, of course. And then, if you will, please, place it back in the deck. There's a good spot. Yeah, right. That's pretty fair. I'm going to find your card.
I know.
Uh-oh. The enthusiasm's dying down. But this time in a magical way. Oh, well, that's much better. Let's see if I can do it. All I have to do is give the cards a little riffle like this, a little spring like that. The card vanishes from the deck. It flies through the air, and it lands in an, as of yet, undisclosed place. No, I do that in the more expensive show. On the table is the card box. In the card box is 1 card only. And what was your card? Jack of clubs. And that's all there is to it. Never misses. Oy, 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 oy. This is the card in the card box. What you have to do is palm the selected card in your right hand, but the position of the card box is very important. Make sure that the flap is in and the card box is flap side down, or the crescent-shaped cutout side is down. Then what you need to do is have the card selected, controlled, or just end up with the card in your palm position. Any method will work. The misdirection is this. You pick up the box as you put the deck down, concealing, of course, the palmed card. As you pick up the card box, turn both hands over. That loads the card underneath the card box. In the same action, you open, reach inside. Now, you pretend to pull the card out from inside of the box. Actually, the thumb goes inside, and you pull it out from underneath. Now, at regular speed, it should look like this. Cards on the top. You say, look, there's nothing hidden in my hands, absolutely nothing up the sleeves. That's when you do the palm. Put the deck down, turn over the box, reach inside, and apparently pull it out from inside. Hello.
Hi.
My name is Daryl.
My name's Pam.
Hello, Pam.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Are you busy? I have a small favor I'd love to ask of you. Please, pick a card, any card.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, especially that one. Remember it, let everyone see. And then if you will, please, place it back into the deck. Wherever you say stop, that's where I will stop.
Stop.
Perfect. Right in there. Watch closely. Lost. Yeah. It really is.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll give him a quick little shuffle. That's a pretty good shuffle. I know, that's fast. It's called the blur shuffle. That's it. What? Hey, no heckling. I'm going to have to turn you into a frog. Oh, someone beat me to it. Oh, good. All right, back to the miracle in progress. Your card's in the pack somewhere. Under cover of that misdirection, I did not cheat. I'll go through quite slowly. I want you to see that your card is still in the pack.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but yeah.
You didn't see it?
I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
Well, I hope so. Wait, do this. Okay. I believe I can find your card, and I'll tell you how to do it. And I'll let you find it yourself. All you have to do is spell your card. Spell the name of your card. For example, if you picked, say, the Ace of Diamonds, you would do it like this. Ace of Diamonds. A-C-E-O-F-D-I-A-M-O-N-D-S. That spells Ace of Diamonds. In theory, the next card will be the Ace of Diamonds. Now, this works with any card at all. Why, even the card you selected. And what was it?
It was 8 of spades.
8 of spades. Watch closely. In fact, I'll let you do it. You deal the cards one at a time. Okay? I'll do it from a spread. That way, you know, there's nothing coming off the bottom. 8 of spades. E-I-G-H-T-O-F-S-P-A-D-E-S. 8 of spades. Ladies and gentlemen. 8 of spades. This one is a very, very good trick. It's called spelling a card, and you get a double spelling effect out of it with no extra effort at all. What you need to know is a key card. Let's use the 2 of diamonds as the key card. That's the bottom card of the deck. Another way you could do this is actually, it's even easier if the key card's on top of the pack. So have a card freely selected. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll use this one. But remember, the key card is your top card. You cut about half of the deck. You say, put your card back into the pack. So now you know the key card is right next to the selection. That's all you know at this point. Now you say, I want you to make sure I didn't use any sleight of hand or any trickery. So you go through the pack face up. The excuse is to make sure that the card is still in the pack. And as you go through, you find your key card, the 2 of diamonds. You know the card next to it is the selected card, the Ace of clubs. Now, after the Ace of clubs, you start to spell the Ace of clubs. So in your mind, of course, try not to move your lips. You spell A-C-E-O-F-C-L-U-B-S. Now you could stop here and cut the deck, or you can go one more card. Now you see the 10 of clubs. So you take the 10 of clubs, starting with the next card. In your mind, remember, spell T-E-N-O-F-C-L-U-B-S. Now you say, did you see your card? Of course, they'll say yes. Now you casually cut the deck at that point, and you say, I'm going to show you how to find your own card. Very, very easy. All you have to do is spell the name of the card, dealing one card down for each letter. For example, you pretend like you just name a card at random, but actually you name the second card, in this case the 10 of clubs. So you say T-E-N-O-F-C-L-U-B-S. The next card will be the 10 of clubs. You say, see, it's just that simple. By the way, what was the name of your card? They will tell you Ace of clubs. You give the deck to the spectator. You say, okay, try it out. They'll do that. A-C-E-O-F-C-L-U-B-S. And the next card will be the Ace of clubs. So you get a double spelling effect with absolutely no setup whatsoever. Sometimes when I'm tired, I go home to my parlor. No, sometimes when I'm tired and I don't really feel like using sleight of hand to find a selected card, I use the assistance of a very special card in the deck, the Whispering Queen. Ooh. That, of course, would be the Queen of Spades, and I believe she is there. The Whispering Queen. Allow me to show you how she got her name. Would you help me with this, please? Terrific. Excellent. What I'm going to do is just sort of riffle through the cards. Anytime you'd like, call out the word stop. All right?
Stop.
Right there. I won't look. Take a look at the card. Remember what it is. Don't let me see it, but please show it to the Whispering Queen. Pass the face over the face of the Whispering Queen. Then hide your selection. Put it on the table, but cover it with your hand.
Okay.
So even if the cards were marked, I certainly wouldn't see anything.
Right.
Well, except for, no, not the Queen. No, your card. I already know what the Queen is.
Okay.
So cover your card. Leave the Whispering Queen. Oh, good, because the only way to find your card is with the help of the Whispering Queen. Oh, Whispering Queen, what was the card? Oh, really? She tells me it was the 9 of diamonds. Was she right? She was indeed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The Whispering Queen, very, very easy. What you do is you remove a queen. You can either glimpse at the card, or it's even faster and easier to force the card. So you have a force card on the bottom of the deck. The whispering queen is removed in advance, and you can say to somebody, call out stop anytime you'd like. They say stop. You say, look at your card. In fact, take the card out, show it to everybody, including the whispering queen, and then cover it with your hand. Then all you do is you take the whispering queen, you pretend to listen to it. You don't listen to anything. You already know what the force card is, so you just name 2 of diamonds. And sure enough, there it is, the whispering queen. La 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 la. Yeah. The end stab. Another stab mystery. Would you please pick a card, any card. Remember what it is. Let everyone see. That's good. That's good. And then if you will please place it any place you'd like into the deck. That's a good spot right there. Now look, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. And in case you think I counted, I know where your card is, I will shuffle them. Now I'm not going to find your card. I could, but that would be too easy. It would be, how do you say in this country, child's play. But I'm going to let you find your own card. Yeah, using the knife of mystery. Ooh. I pass the power on to you. So you've got the knife. Be careful where you point it. It's pretty powerful stuff. Just stab the knife into the deck, into the end of the deck. That's where you liked? Mm-hmm. Perfect. What was the name of your card?
8 of diamonds.
8 of diamonds. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, the 8 of diamonds. Wow. Hoy, the vault. The end stab, another method for doing the card stab. This time the card is controlled to the bottom. What happens is you Hindu shuffle or cut it until it's near the top, maybe about a quarter of the way down or a third of the way down, and you hold a little finger break, just like this. So you've got a little finger break there. The spectator stabs the knife into the pack and lets go this time. What you do is you clip the knife between the middle finger and ring finger. Index finger can curl on top of the deck. The thumb lifts up at the break, and with practice, if you lift up at the break, you pull the knife blade out from where it was actually placed in, and it rides along the packet like this. It looks like they stabbed the knife right next to the selection. At regular speed, it looks like this. The blade goes in, you lift up at the break, and you say, and there's your card, the 2 of diamonds. We'll actually put this to very good use. I need to have a card selected. It's your turn.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
But we're going to make this even more special. Take any card you'd like, and I'd like you to sign your name across the front of the card. That's the face side. Not the back, but the face, the front side. Excellent. If you sign it on the back, it'll be very, very easy to find. I'll turn away so I don't accidentally catch a glimpse. And once the card is signed, put the cap back on the pen, put the pen on the table, then turn your card face down. Are you finished?
Yep.
Perfect. First, I put the pen away. It's a good rule of thumb. Always get the pen back. Did you show the card around to a few people?
No.
Please do that. Let a few people see. And then if you'll put it back in the deck, say about halfway down. Oh, let's just save time. Put it on the top. No. They're really shuffled. Hopelessly lost. Watch closely. I give it a little spring. One card leaps from the deck. It flies through the air invisibly. It's not in the hand. It's not up the sleeve. It has arrived. Look. Oh, my God. Yes, that's your card. The 2 of diamonds. Thank you, and good night. Was that your card? Was it?
Let me see it.
The 2 of diamonds. Yeah, the 2 of diamonds. I can tell because it has your signature. Wait a minute.
No.
Wait, judging by your reaction, I have a funny feeling you did not actually catch a glimpse of the card as it leapt from the pack. Flew through the air and landed in my pocket. You didn't see it go?
No.
All right, we'll do it again. I want you to see it. It's a wonderful illusion. Watch. Halfway down, I do the move.
Yeah.
I do this. Remember, I said it leaps from the deck. It flies through the air. Not in the hands, not up the sleeves. Remember? I said it has arrived. I wasn't joking. It's not here. Wait. What is this?
Get out.
Ladies and gentlemen, instant replay. Thank you. Well done. Thanks, man. Good job. For the homing card, you use a little bit of advanced preparation. You take an unknown, indifferent card, just put it in your pocket. Actually, now that I think about it, it might be a good idea to put in a card like the 7 of hearts or the Queen of hearts. Then you can have a spectator name any card in the deck. If you get lucky and they name the Queen of hearts, you can immediately say, look through the deck. They will find out that the Queen of hearts is missing very cleanly. You can take the card out of your pocket. Of course, that doesn't happen very often. When it does, you have a miracle. When that doesn't happen, they name a card, have them go through the deck, actually remove the card they named, sign their name on the face of the card, place it back into the deck. All you have to do is control the card and glimpse at the card at the same time. Now, a simple way to do that, like I explained before, is you have the card returned, get a little finger break this time below the selected card. Now, when you do a standard riffle shuffle in the hands, you just shuffle to the break, you look at the value of the selected card, shuffle it to the bottom, then Hindu shuffle it or overhand shuffle it from the bottom to the top. So right now you know the selected card is on the top and you know the value. Here's a nice little subtlety. You could say, I give a little spring, one card leaps from the pack, flies through the air invisibly. Now with your empty hand, you reach into your pocket, you pull out the indifferent card, and you say, yep, the 4 of spades. You name the card that you glimpsed, the actual selected card. Then you can casually pull up your sleeves, and the person will say, well, let me see. Now that you've got the card palmed, you reach into your pocket, pull out the palmed card, and display it. Then as an afterthought, you can say, well, are you trying to tell me you didn't actually see the card leave the deck, fly through the air invisibly, and land in my pocket? As you do that, you just switch cards in your pocket. Now when you come out, you have the indifferent card. You put that into the deck, say, well, I'll do it again. Watch closely. There's your card about halfway down, into the pack, a little squeeze, a little riffle, it jumps through the air. Show your hand empty, reach into the pocket, pull out the selected card, and there you have it, the homing card. Besides being a magician, I'm a part-time criminologist. Yeah, that's it. It's a hobby. Would you help me with this, please?
Sure.
I'd like it. Oh, first I have to wipe off the cards there. Take any card you'd like, please. Any one at all. Look at the card, remember what it is, show it to everyone. That's good. And then hold it face down just like this. Perfect. See, what I'm doing is I'm noticing exactly where you place your thumb. You're putting a thumbprint on that card. That way I'll be able to find it later. Very, very difficult. Let me have the card back. All right. Now, in order to find your card, of course, I have to look at your thumb. May I see your thumb? Oh, it's a triple loop. That's good. Oh, those are very rare. So it's actually a simple matter. All I have to do is find the one card in the deck that has a triple loop.
Yeah.
You see, if the lights are right, you have to get the angle perfect. No, that's got nothing. Let me go through. Oh, that's a possible. That's possible. That's possible. That's number 4. Let's see. No. Number 5. Yeah, that's about it. I'm almost certain it's one of these top 5 cards. Let me double check. Jack of diamonds?
No.
No. And to make it even more challenging, don't tell me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find the one card that has your triple loop. Next card, 10 of clubs. Shh. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It might be. Card number 3, 6 of hearts. Let's see. Card number 3. No. Card number 4, we have a 10 of diamonds. No. Card number 5. Ooh, this looks good. This looks very good. Yes. Card number 5. What was your card?
6 of hearts.
6 of hearts? Yeah. The one with the triple loop. For the fingerprint card trick, what you do is you control the selection to the top position, and then you explain that you're going to look through the deck from the backs, try to find the one card that has the spectator's fingerprint. What you do is you pretend to transfer 5 cards, but you actually fake it on one of the transfers. You just go like this, and you pretend to take it, and you don't. You don't even have to do that. You could just take 4 cards from random positions in the pack, and then later just say, I think it's one of these top few cards. That's all you need to do. So actually, the chosen card at this point is 5 cards down from the very top. So here's what you do next. You say, let me look at this card. No, it doesn't seem to be the one. No, I don't think this is your card. That's the first one. Second one, same thing. Turn it face up, turn it face down. Look at the back as if you're looking for the fingerprint. You don't see it. Deal that card off. Now, as you do that, you could push over the top 3 cards here, bring them back onto the top of the deck, so now you've got a 3-card break. Now you do a triple lift. You turn over the top 3 cards, say, let's see, this card, turn the triple face down. That is the selection, by the way. But pretend, no, doesn't seem to be the right one. Put that down. So everybody thinks, oh, he missed. That's it. You turn over the next card, it's a single card. Look at the face, turn it face down, say, no, that doesn't seem to be it either. As you deal this card off, you prepare now for a double lift. Now you do a double lift, which shows an indifferent card. Turn that face down, deal off the top card, which is actually the selection. You say, let me think. No, wait a minute. Yeah, right there. This is it. This is your card. Of course, everybody will think you missed. You say, well, what was your card? They tell you the 2 of diamonds. You turn it over. There's the selection. Of course, they'll think it's down here, and everybody will reach for these cards, and that is the fingerprint card trick. Please, anyone. Oh, I thought you were going to take this one. Oh, man. Remember your card, let everybody see. And then, if you will, please, place it any place into the deck. No. 14 from the bottom. Piece of cake. All right. 14 from the bottom. That means if I shuffle 17 on top, cut off 9, 11, 15, and the remaining 12. Yeah, it should be 29 from the top, which means obviously if I cut exactly 28 cards, that would be this many. That would be the 29th card there. If I'm not mistaken, it should be yours. What was yours?
Jack of clubs. No.
Yes. Jack of clubs. Good one. Jack of clubs. Here's another way to do the center pivot out action. You have the selected card controlled to the bottom, and it looks like this at regular speed. You just cut the deck apparently at random, and one card is pivoted from the middle, and that's, of course, the selected card. It does come from the bottom. You hold the deck like this. The little finger of the left hand pushes the bottom card inward. So it's in-jogged, and of course that is hidden by the fingers of the right hand like this. So the audience doesn't realize that it's in-jogged like that. Then you do a straight cut, about half of the deck, and when you cut them to the top, they are stepped forwards quite a bit. So now the in-jogged card is between the 2 stepped packets. Now what happens is that card will be pivoted around the thumb and the middle finger. So as soon as you do the cut, you start to do the pivot out, and it will come right out apparently from the center of the deck. That's it. All right. Let's do it. 2 cards, please. Pick one. One for you, and one for you. Perfect. Remember the cards, show them around so that everyone can see both selections. And I'm going to try to track both cards. Very, very difficult. Yeah, right. Let me have yours back. Oh, that's easy. That's 27 from the top. And let me have yours back, please. Perfect, just like we practiced. This is the double pivot out. The double pivot. Ooh, very tough. One quick shuffle. Yeah, I believe I have them both. One is 19 from the top, one is 23 from the bottom. That would be this one and this one. The Queen of Diamonds and the Joker. For the double pivot out effect, you have 2 cards, let's say the Ace of Spades and the Ace of Hearts, on the top of the deck. All you do is you get a break underneath the top of the 2 cards, take that break over with your right thumb, and cut the pack at that point. And still hold the break now with your left little finger. So you still have the break, but now one card is on the bottom of the upper packet, the other card is on top of the lower packet. Now what you're going to do to create the double pivot out action is you take the break over with your right thumb. The left hand reaches from underneath. It's the thumb and the middle finger that grab about like that. Now this is a little difficult to explain, but the middle fingertip is going to contact the bottom card, pivot that out around the middle finger of the right hand. At the same time, the thumb is going to contact the top card of the lower packet and pivot that card around the thumb like this. Now, if you do these two actions together, it looks like this. And I usually say, yes, one card's 23rd from the top, the other one's 18 from the bottom, and you turn those over, and those are the two selected cards. Are you ready? Your turn. It's a psychological experiment. That's all this is. I need you to pick a card, but a card that I won't be able to see. Let me take the jokers out. They might be confusing. We'll just use the remaining 51 cards. Okay? Take out any one that you like from anywhere in the pack. Remember what it is. Show it around so that everyone can see. And then, if you will, please place it back into the deck. That's a good spot. Now, I'm going to ask for your assistance. I'm going to deal the cards one at a time. One at a time. Very slowly and very fairly. So, in fact, I want you to watch very closely. Watch. If I hold the deck in my hands, you might think maybe I'm dealing from the bottom or some such nonsense. I'll do it like this. Just like that. That's as fair as I can be. Is that fair? Call out stop anytime you want.
Stop.
Really? Yes. Now tell me the truth. We didn't prearrange this.
Nope.
I'm going to place it here. You could have said stop at the next card, or the card after that, or even this one. In fact, you could have said stop at any of these cards. Or, for that matter, any of these. For the first time, so that everyone can hear, what was the card that you selected?
4 of hearts.
The 4 of hearts. Thanks. This is the psychic stop. I remember reading this in Expert Card Technique, and I thought, I don't know if that'll work. It doesn't always work, but when it does, it's an absolute miracle. When it doesn't work, you just use a magician's choice type of out, always bringing the trick to a successful conclusion. Here's the secret. The card is selected and controlled to the top. All you have to do is make sure it is 7th from the top. So a simple overhand shuffle like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In-jog the 7th card and shuffle off. Then you just cut to the in-jogged card, and the card is now 7th from the top. You could give the deck to the spectator, but it's actually probably a better idea to deal them yourself from a tabled spread. That way there's no bottom dealing, there's no cheating, and you have control of the speed of the deal. Here's what happens. It's all psychology. You deal the first card, slowly, the second card, very fairly, third card, fourth card, fifth card. You're not explaining anything, you're just dealing the cards. After the 5th card, you sort of look a little bit impatient. You say, oh, well, say stop anytime you want. The spectator didn't realize that they were supposed to say stop, so they feel a little uncomfortable, a little embarrassed, so they sort of want to hurry up and get it over with. And usually, by the time you deal 2 more cards, they'll say stop, which is perfect. You say, now remember, you could have said stop any place, but you said stop right there. You turn it over, it's the selected card. I know it's hard to believe, but with the right attitude, I think they said, be impatient, but not offensive. I think that was the key. And when they say stop, there it is. Like I said, if you miss, if they go a few more cards, all you do is you say, okay, we need 4 or 5 cards from that position. Just take 4 cards, deal them out so that the selected card is in the forced position, and then just go for the magician's choice type of thing. But when it works, it's a very, very strong effect.